Today I'm going to be demonstrating how to replace the screen on an HP ELITEBOOK 1040 G3 series. This is a really easy process and should only take about 5 minutes, and actually only requires two tools. You're going to have a 00 Phillips head screwdriver and something to get around the edges of the screen to remove the bezel or frame. On top of that, all you're going to need is your replacement screen. I got mine from laptopscreen.com, and it is a perfect match to the one I've got here. So without all further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first step is probably going to be one of the more tedious ones, and that's taking your tool here and getting around underneath the frame. There's adhesive glue around the frame here, all four sides in little splotches. And you'll just have to kind of go around slowly and figure out exactly where all those adhesion points are and just sort of run your tool around it like so. It was a little bit tedious, so I did go ahead and do that before the video, but it really only should take 30 seconds or a minute once you kind of get the hang of it. After that, you can just lift up by the bottom silver piece here that covers the hinge assembly and simply lift it away. Next step is take your 00 Phillips head, and you're going to be removing 4 screws that hold the screen into the lid assembly of this computer. And those 4 screws are located here, 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 and here. Might be a little bit difficult to see on video just because they are very small, but once you get your frame or bezel off, it'll be quite obvious where they are. So we'll go ahead and remove those 4 screws now. I'm going to show you this only takes about 5 minutes. We're going to do it all in one cut. And we'll get this machine back to working order. It is good to have a tray. I use my iFixit tray just to keep things organized, although like I said, there's only 4 screws involved in this particular procedure, so not much chance of losing your organization. Once you have all 4 screws removed, you're just going to go ahead and gently lift the screen out, and I'll just go ahead and lay it flat on the keyboard. You'll see there is a ribbon here, a ribbon cable, and there is a small, and again, it's very hard to see. I'm actually going to go ahead and take a picture of it. I'll just include it here on the screen for you of what I'm talking about. There's a small metal clip that holds this ribbon cable of sorts into the back of the screen here, but you can just gently lift it up. It's not difficult at all, and you'll just sort of gently work the cable back and away from the screen. And now you're free to discard the broken one. Now you're going to take your screen again. This is the bottom here. Again, lay it flat. It has protective film on it. And you'll just now reverse the steps that you just did a moment ago. Line it up gently and just kind of work it in to the port. And then gently fold the retaining clip down. You'll either hear it or just you'll feel it kind of fall into place. Again, I'm just reversing the steps we did originally. We're going to lift that screen into place and replace the 4 screws. I would mention that generally speaking, anytime you're working inside of a computer, it's a good idea to have some type of static protection. I can already hear potential comments about that. I have to say, this is a computer I've had for a while, and I'm just trying to breathe a little bit of extra life into it, so I'm not terribly concerned about static, especially because I don't have the main body of the computer open. So now that you've got your 4 screws attached, I'm actually going to do the satisfying bit now, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the protective film just so that none of it ends up behind the bezel and makes it difficult for me later. But now you'll take your bezel or frame and if you want to apply some type of adhesive to the back of this just to make sure it really sticks, if this is a brand new computer you're trying to repair or just one you're trying to keep in tip-top shape, that would probably be recommended. But the only thing you really have to keep in mind here is that the hole for the webcam is centered over the camera behind the frame. So let's go ahead, work it down onto the mounts here over the hinge. Apply a little bit of pressure around the perimeter just to get the adhesion back. And just like that, you are finished. Again, this was for an HP EliteBook 1040G3 series. However, a lot of laptop replacements are going to follow the exact same steps, even if the hardware or the attachment points or the ribbon cable is located in a slightly different position. I have had laptop screens open from different manufacturers, and it is an extremely similar process for replacing screens on those as well. So even if you don't have this exact laptop, I would encourage you to review the steps, and it could quite possibly be a perfect match for your machine as well. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.